Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Celeste. We're gonna try Farewell again. We've never done it yet. We're here at Event Horizon. Last time my hand... It wasn't feeling good, so... I had to take a break. Hello, Elise. How are you? So I've seen some of the stuff in this one because I stopped like at the end, I think, but they don't have to teach me how to do anything. How did people watch, like in general? Not a lot. Okay, not like that. If I'm watching the shadow, I just don't. Okay, like that. I think I did that a different way the first time. Not like that. Alright, you gotta do that. I remember. Average? I don't know. Not a lot? Less than 10? Like... A video will often get, a few dozen views, maybe a couple hundred eventually, like, over time. Every now and then, like, a whole lot of people, for my standards, like a couple of hundred are in, but that's pretty rare. Okay. Not like that. But it just sort of depends too. Like, the most popular content I make, I don't really make anymore because I have nerve problems with my hands, like I've had surgeries and stuff. But I played this game, Geometry Dash, a bit last year, and that was like well received as far as numbers going. But I just can't play it very much because it physically is bad for me, right? But I played it like a good bit. I had only started playing it this year, but I play like a lot of different stuff. So like, like I have people that, they'll watch when I play Minecraft or whatever, or other games like that. But then I also play like Total War, like strategy games where there are, dragons and orcs and stuff. And that's like, that could be like a whole different crew of people that want to watch, me play Minecraft and that want to watch me try to take over China, that kind of thing. But no, I played, I was looking at my Steam thing, so like 180 hours of it total last year. It was one of my most played games, not like the most played game, but I was playing this one demon called Death Moon. I guess it's like sort of famous, but there were a couple of those streams that got like a lot of people in them. Ah, not like that. Oh, right. This room. Alright, we need to fall further down for more momentum there. I remember. Not like well, but a little bit. La. Alright, there's some way to get more... Do I need to be holding all the way to the top? No? Ah. They're at war, oh no. Yeah, I just play, you know, variety of games, just depends. I finished up Act 3 of Silk Song the other day, and, you know, like I played Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time this last year. You know, just lots of different genres, lots of different stuff. And you know, today I felt like failing at Celeste for a little while. I mean, I thought it would go better. I don't know why. You know, I clearly don't know what I'm doing here. I've never gotten further than this zone. I've done this room before. I can't prove it. But Celeste I just played for the first time like last year, I think it was, because I was playing Terraria, which I also hadn't played. I put off playing a lot of games. Like, I only played Minecraft for the first time like a year and a half ago. But, because I had this channel, like, you know, like 12 years ago or whatever, but I only played this game, Mountain Blade Warband, then on it. I didn't play anything else back in those days. I'm gonna play Roblox. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't really, I don't like their monetization practices. I don't wanna... I've played it before, like, with some friends. I don't think it would be a thing that I would want to stream. Okay, why can't I figure out what I'm doing wrong? This part's gotta be right. Just, I can't get enough velocity off of this one. And why not? Like, why... I don't know. Which isn't good, because, like, if I knew how to... If I knew how to do it every time, then it wouldn't matter that we just did that. Because that one, I don't do a jump or anything, I just hold here, but if I hold here, we don't get enough. You gotta, I don't know. Maybe we jump at the top, but you don't have to jump at the top there. Maybe it's just slightly higher, and that's why I think. It should work. Ah. Portal, I should play those. Those are games, like, I feel like I've lied to people and told them that I've played them before. Not, like, on stream, but, like, in real life, because I didn't want them to tell me to play it. So, like, yeah, you know. Of course I've played it. I believe I own them. I have, like, a lot of games. I have, like 1,000 games on Steam. And some of them are even good. Team Fortress 2, never played it, actually. But I don't really play multiplayer stuff anymore. But once upon a time, I was a very proficient Halo player. Halo 1, back in my day, we just called it Halo. Halo Combat Evolved. I was a lot better at Halo than I am at this game, which you can believe without knowing anything about my Halo skills. I just can't. If you're a Jenka, maybe. I'd sort of given up on the series by that point. I played 2. But I'm like that stereotypical guy who's like, no, I don't need anything else. I've got this thing that I got whenever I was young, you know. Like, I played Gen 1 Pokemon when it came out. I'm like an old person, right? And so I was, you know, like the age of Ash whenever he goes off on his adventure in the anime whenever Pokemon Red Blue came out. And then I'm just like, I don't need any of the other Pokemons. You guys can take them or leave them, but I'll just play Gen 1 if I want to play it. And my friends are like, but what about all the things that aren't done right and all of blah blah blah? And I'm like, yeah, I can't hear you over my perfect game. But I also, after the Halo era, I began playing World of Warcraft, and then that sort of like took over my focus. So I didn't even care about trying to be good at a first-person shooter anymore. Like, to me, that whole genre was dead compared to like clicking furiously on my keyboard and, you know, turning into a bear or whatever. So I was like, I was pretty good at WoW. But it's not technically fun. It's like, it's not a good game. But I was pretty good at it, though. I don't always get good at a game I play, as you can tell by how long I've been in this room failing to do this jump. But at least Celeste gives you a nice little background and a beautiful song to listen to while you fail over and over. I'm so bad. Hey, Autumn. Man, I'm failing this jump over and over again. That's what's happening. Because we do this, right? And then you zoom in, and then, like, I think I'm supposed to, like, input a jump at the top, because otherwise you don't get enough velocity to go over, right? But I can't do it regularly enough. Red dot at the top. Alright. Oh, well, yeah. You know, I could have paid attention to that. But it's just like me to not notice, like, and then, oh, right, you don't want the boost there, though, obviously. You don't want it everywhere. It's just like me to not notice, like, an actual indicator. I'm like, why is there no way in this game to do this thing? And then someone helpfully is like, did you notice the arrow? I'm like, oh, that's an arrow. I thought it was like a brick in the road. Well, it's like I said while I was doing all those B-sides. Well, I don't even think I did. Did I do 8B? Yeah, I must have done, right? Yeah, it's the C's that we gave up on. Not gave up, we just didn't try. Did I do the B-sides? But we've gotten over a couple of times and died on the, on the little conveyor over there. We jump over one, and then not the one after that. I keep on misunderestimating it. Yeah, it's very funny. It's like now the wave dashing is the part of the rooms that I worry the least about. I'm just like, oh yeah, and then I'll wave dash. I mean, sure, I might mess it up, but like, mostly I'll hit it. I need to practice more. I need to see some rooms where we might be able to do the wave dash thing. I need to brush up on my key skip in Chapter 5 and try another any % one of these weeks. Maybe I can... use my modest skill improvements to get it. There we go. I want to make it a 2.5D VR game that's multiplayer and single player. What sort of game? Alright, so... okay... what do we remember about this? You hit the thing, and then you go there, blah, blah, blah. It knocks down that wall. Then you go up, wall bounce over, get the crystal, drop onto it here, duck on the top in between there so you don't get gotten there. And then something like that? Oh, not like that. That's right. Ha! Oh! Not like that. Alright, that pixel's fine. Oh, not quite fine. This room ain't long. You just gotta remember your training. Because I was like, I remembered how I did it, just not in a way where I can prove it to you. Ooh, that's bad. We stepped on top there. But yeah, you just find the pixel right there, jump there. A duck. Ah, and then that, which should be easy. Ah, whoops. Ah, okay. Find the pixel, I said. Right there. Oh, bad, bad, bad. Poor Madeline getting her hair cut all the time because of me. It's not how. Okay, so... Get onto the far left first. That's the way I remember. Oh, right, you gotta grab the side Y. And then... Right. Hey, Liam. How are you? Why would I? You can't sit on top. You gotta... Alas. Alas. But yeah, no, we need to jump on the top long enough to get the dash back. Here we go. Further on the left. Much better. See? Like that. Oh, and then there's this room, which I don't remember anything about. Oh, hey Neo, how are you? I'm doing just fine. Glad to be done with my week of work. Alright, that's right. We gotta do like a... We move that one down and like wave dash on top of it. Wall bounce there or something. Get on that. I don't remember. We'll figure it out. Because I remember when we did it, right, and I was like, well, it won't want me to do that, and then I did. I'm like, you know, it probably does. How's the Thrall campaign going? Oh, it's awesome. Got, like, 64 settlements that we've hit, you know, so far. Got our armies going, getting some trophy hunts going on. Just being a big headache all over the place. Throg tried to siege Zarnagrund. That did not go so well. We actually got timed out and got a draw after the army lost because I couldn't find the hell cannons. That was pretty funny. But it's just a blast. It's so fun. They finally made Norska feel good to play. Okay, so do we use the dash there just to get onto the side, jump off of it down? I don't recall. I mean, probably not. That's not how to do it. Ha! Terrible. Okay, you can get all the way there without the dash. You just gotta hold and believe in yourself. But the real thing in the Throg campaign, Neo, is... I was looking at the trophies. They're so good. One of them, though, it says I get a Doom Rocket. And I haven't got it yet. I'm gonna do it tomorrow when I play, but... like, as an item, like, it says I get a Doom Rocket that I can use in a battle, every battle, and if that's the case, then Norska's now the best campaign in the whole world. I'm gonna ride my mammoth and shoot a nuclear bomb at people, Neo. It's gonna be good. The Doom Rocket, so the rat people in Warhammer are called the Skaven, and they are, like... evil mad scientists occasionally, and they have like quite literally a nuclear bomb in the game called a Doom Rocket. It like you drop it on like an enemy army and it just all melts. Doom indeed. It is. Yeah, well, Neo, the thing is, too, is the trophy hunt is, like, right around Hell Pit, so if it works the way that I think it does, then you're going to be able to get it, like, pretty easily every single campaign, and that's just fun. I still remember the first time I learned that the AI would use that rocket on me. I was playing dwarves. I had all my guys with their shields up. I had like crossbows behind them. I had my flamethrowers. I had my artillery. I had my guy. He had his shield and his axe up. Oh, it was good. We were so brave. Ikitclaw nuked us. We all fell down. And I was in my chair going, "What? What?" But like louder, like so much louder than that. And then I reloaded the save at the end. Anytime that happens in Total War, I'm like, good thing, I'm just gonna reload this save. But it's even funnier than normal Norskins getting a nuke, because if Throg gets it, he's a troll with a nuke. And that's just good fun. Clean. Exactly, Liam. I'm like, look, it's like with magic in Total War. I'm like, this is only, like, did they just cast a big flaming head that went down the battlefield and made all my guys catch on fire? How dare they? How very dare they? like, I don't remember how I did this, but maybe if I... Like that, I remember. Oh, and then there's this one where you gotta do the, yeah, hyper into the wall, bounce there, jump over, grab that, do another one on the other, yeah. Sure. I vaguely remember it. Not hyper. Wave dash. Hyper's a whole different thing, and I don't know what it means. That's not how to wave dash. Can't do that. Oh, come on. Maddie, that won't do it, Maddie. I talk to her like I'm not the one in control. You can hold the very bottom of the elevator, you want to hit the spikes? Nice. If you go pretty far down, you can, like, very easily get back up. I think a lot of my earlier misses were just because, you know, you're too high up. Sometimes you might want to try to use 2 dashes, and then you can't get the dash into. Nope. Oh, right, and then there, yeah. Welcome back, Elise. Alas. Oh, I could have fallen back into the crystal there. Oh, they are the same technique. One starts in the air. That is useful. Now I know that I'm, you know, close to being right every time I'm wrong. And that's not everything, but it's something. Congratulations on getting your food. I myself ate food today. I don't mean to brag. Did I pay for any of it? Yeah, some of it. There's just wonderful opportunities when you work at a restaurant to be like, hey, those fries aren't good enough for a paying customer. They are, however, good enough for me. Just peanut M&Ms. Well, I mean, that's hardly... Oh, you could fall back down to the crystal and get up, and it might be what you're supposed to do. Nope. Yeah, no, I've got a full complement of snacks. You know, I got my Pringles, I got my Fast Breaks, I got my miniature chocolate donuts, I got all sorts of other stuff. I've got, you know, like, got my these are just sugar with sugar on top of them, fake fruit slices. You know, they're in the shape of fruits, they're artificially flavored, you know, the ones. I got some of those. Fast breaks are the best candy bar. I get, you know, the snack size ones. They're actually 4 cents per ounce cheaper than regular Reese's are. And, you know, and honestly, a snack size fast break is perfect because you get so much of, like, the good texture of the ends on there. Mwah. Those fruit slices, and they're so affordable! Alright. Oh, right, this one, because I did it some weird way, and I don't think it was the right way, but it worked, so it doesn't matter. Now if I can only remember it. Ha! Boom, baby. So that is how I do it. I do not think that's how you're supposed to do it. I think they want you to get there slightly slower so that you have to, like, kick off the other side, get to the crystal, and jump over the side. But that's the way I did it the other time, and that's the only way I know how to do the room. But there's a crystal, right? There's a green crystal to the right, and it has to be what you're supposed to do. Alright. Loosey-goosey. Not that. Not that. Gotta be a little more aggressive than that. Ha! Ha ha ha. This is as far as I've gotten. My hands started hurting too much the other time we were here. If it happens again, they'll just wait and try not to lose my place in the place, right? Like I did the other time, which is just because I wanted to play. I don't remember why I didn't use one of the other files. Well, the one has my personal best for my indie percent. We want to keep that to compare. I need to learn how to do the whole split thing like you see in the speedrun history music videos. Now playing Home by whoever that is. One-fourth done. Yeah, I downloaded it specifically for Celeste, and then I'm not gonna say I couldn't figure it out. That's not sincere. What happened was it didn't immediately work without any effort at all, and then I never looked at it again. I could have figured it out. I just chose not to. Aww. Haven't been that high up before. Am I trying to get, like, underneath it on that and dash upward into the green one and then continue the cycle over there? That is the way the whole room is. I guess trying to go over it, get on the bricks, jump onto that, and get back onto them may not work. Just auto splitter for like 80%. That's gonna split. See, that would be nice too, because I'm like, do I really have to like have a button to hit whenever I get to the end of everything? Will I remember? And if I don't remember, you know, will that? There we go. Boom, baby. I've never been in this room before. What do we got? Alright, so dash jump to get through there. Alright, we don't want the acceleration out of the last one. So we can just drop down to the wall, maybe? I think it's nickname Extreme Hell. It doesn't abstractly look that bad, but it might be. It just looks like there's a sort of tight tolerance for where you want to jump out. But, you know. I'm more worried about... Okay, come on now. I'm supposed to jump when that happens. Aren't I? Okay, how does it work? I thought I just jumped at the end and I got the boost. But, hello Grinstuff, thank you for the welcome to hell message. Okay, come on now. Why did we do so much better the first 2 seconds we were in here than any other seconds after? Huh. Alright, we've got to quit doing that. Hey, them tricks. Okay, maybe that... Okay, so don't accelerate through, go lower and do, like, an upward one there, right? No, wrong. So you know if one of the games you play is character Celeste skin? Cool. Which one's that? It's such a wonderful game. I think I mentioned earlier, but yeah, I was playing Terraria or something, and I kept getting mad and being like, I just want a platform. I don't want to do all of this nonsense. Something like that. And then somebody recommended this to me. Yes, Grandstaff, I've already heard your prayers, so you can't take them away now. It's like that Modest Mouse song. Every time somebody gets on their knees and prays, it makes my telephone ring. Aw, why would I do that? I need the dash here. Oh, I was unprepared for success. Why does it remind you of Super Meat Boy? Well, it reminds me of that too. I assume you mean Super Meat Boy when you say Superboy. It could have been something else. Yeah, there you go. It did. I think, honestly, just pixel spikes in, like, close configurations will, to anyone who's played that, always be like, Super Meat Boy, I want to be the guy. You know, the classics of the suffering. What? Robbed. Oh. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. No one could prove you wrong there, Limtrix. Super Meat Boy is a misery. I remember when my friend showed it to me, my best friend, and he was like, hey, here's a hard game I found. Man, talk about underselling it. Because I'm not good at games anymore, but I used to think I was. This is a common enough tale, right? But I actually was pretty good at some stuff. Remote using it, right? But, you know, they just build games differently nowadays. Back in the day, you know, it was like Ninja Gaiden. That was hard. And then Ninja Gaiden came out on the Xbox, and that was hard too. And now there's games where I'm just like, wow. I mean, I don't play Dark Souls, but I know they exist. I should play them. I bet I'd be terrible. Would I become the world's most popular streamer for that reason? I would rather keep on being me than have people like me for bad reasons. Also, I'm like, you don't know me super well, so like, I wouldn't be able to maintain anything that wasn't sincere anyway. I'm not like a person who can just like pretend. I mean, I'm pretending right now. I actually, like, cuss a lot in my everyday life, for example, and I rarely do that here. So, like, you're seeing, like, a better version of myself than actually exists. But, no, the phrase you'll hear me say is, I want people to like me more than they do, but I don't want to change anything about myself to make it happen. And I've been saying that my whole life. Not just about streaming. That's my mission statement in life. I just want to keep on being me, and then someday people are just gonna decide they like it. That's my dream. I know it sounds stupid, but that's just what I'm going for. But no, I don't do this for anything but the love of the game. No, that's not true. I do it for the attention, you know, for the love of the attention. Now I'm being too truthful. But no, I imagine people watch me because they're like, is he gonna, like, go off on a tangent about some song or book that he likes a lot, or, like, some event in, like, world history? And I will eventually get to that, you know, and that's what I think keeps the people coming back. But of course, like all people, I have no idea why anyone likes me. No, I'm underselling myself. I'm sure it's for the mustache. But also, like, I think the worst thing about the world's most popular streamers, they don't even play video games, right? Like, the person who's the most popular, they just, like, always talk, you know? They do the thing where they, you know, they sit and they talk. And they don't even game all the time. That would be awful. Oh, that would be the worst. Like, what if I could be the most popular streamer, but I didn't get to play video games? Nah, leave me out of it. Oh, a lot of people know who I am because I just... Oh, no, I would prefer not that, but I mean... If everybody were to, like, learn all of the bad things I've done in life somehow, and then decide that I was gonna be popular because of it, I mean, I guess I'd be okay with it. Like, I've made plenty of... I'm an old person. I've made plenty of mistakes. I've done plenty of things that are bad and wrong. I'm not proud of them. I'm not gonna, like, sit here and list them for you. But, like, you know, if it came out and, like, somehow that made me famous for, like, some bad thing that I've done in my youth, like, that would be embarrassing. I'd get over it if I got wealthy, you know. Yeah, but, you know, I'm 39 years old. I don't think very many people are proud of everything that they've done, you know. But I don't think, like, the whole internet would, like, be ashamed of me either. No, there's a lot I would do differently, but not to try to get more popular, you know. You're even unker. Well, thank you, Liam. Thank you. I think, you know, if I'm analyzing people broadly in the streaming sphere, which, you know, is irresponsible, I'm gonna do it anyway. How to say this? Look, if you're making videos on the internet, you do want people to watch you, right? I think there's a word that you see thrown around all the time, like entertaining, right? You know, this person's entertaining. But often, whenever I see a streamer that's described as very entertaining and I watch a thing, I'm like, oh, they're just acting. But not like how everybody is just acting. Like, they're really putting it on, right? Like, they got a lot of catchphrases, and, you know, they got, like, sound effects that sound like Discord in the background, and that's just not my scene. I don't hate on the people that do it and find a living out of it, but, like, I do wonder, like, because it's not about people that are the big stars doing it. It's about everyone else that wants to be that doing the same thing. It's about everybody else structuring their videos with the sound effects and the text effects and the thumbnail thing, and I just wish everybody would be lazier and, you know, try to let the internet pick rather than trying to bribe the internet into picking them. You know, people should do it for the love of the game, right? But basically all I ever wanted to do, ever since I was a little kid, was play video games. You know, I love reading books, too. I read books, lots of books. I don't want to brag, but I eat snacks, too. Sometimes I take naps, and sometimes I lay down for a whole night and sleep until the morning, and all of those things are excellent. And I've always liked those things, but more than any of that, video games. So, like, just getting to do this is the best. I'm like, I don't even want to talk about this. There's a guy who plays a game, but he used to play the game, but now he just talks. And I think he'd be happier if he played games, you know? That was vague enough. It could be anybody. I mean, getting paid to play games would be cool. That's not my motivation here. I need to fill out these forms. It's been like 5 months since I've needed to fill out these forms. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not why I'm here. I'm here for the love of the game. Blah. Oh no, they're not Schrodinger's forms. They're my forms. They're forms for me. They're definitely real, and if I would ever just fill them out, it would be fine. I got a whole thing. This human brain that I'm cursed with, trapped in this ridiculous body, is so averse to filling out forms that basically no amount of superlatives would adequately explain it. The example I usually use, because it's evocative, is like, I didn't file my taxes for a couple of years. I paid them, I just didn't file them. If you haven't filed your taxes, you just fill out a form, and then they give you a bunch of money back, or not, depending on how much tax you paid during the year. But they were going to give me money back, and I knew it, and I still didn't file. They eventually give you the money, you know, but I just, you know, I put it off for years because I was like, well, they owe me money, so they're not going to be that mad, so I'll just wait. You make a whole new game to extend the story? I'm not sure I know exactly what you mean by that. Grounded was the one with the insects, right? Where there's like a survival game. I remember thinking, it was like, ooh, it's like if SimAnt was good. Another thing that might not be... So SimAnt is a game where you pretend to be an ant. Not really. You pretend to be the ruler of ants. Which is not at all like pretending to be an ant. No, I remember when Grounded came out, I think, because was it on Game Pass maybe? I don't have it, but some of my friends do, and I remember some of them were playing it, and I was like, that seems cool. But then I, because I don't have Game Pass, I didn't play it, and because it hasn't been on sale for $2.99 yet, or been in a Humble Bundle, I don't have it yet. I almost bought games before saying no, wait. I almost bought a bunch of stuff. I almost bought Expedition 33, which is probably what I'll buy the next time I buy a game. I almost bought Elden Ring, even though I don't know why. It's too hard, right? It'll just make me rage. No. It's also supposed to be wonderful and beautiful. And then I almost bought Mountain Blade Bannerlord, which is like the sequel of my most played Steam game, and what was like the first 800 videos on this channel was Mountain Blade Warband. But then I figured, you know, you have 1,000 games, you've only played 980 of them. Wait, no, it's 20 you've played. And then, you know. Yeah, when Elden Ring came out, my brother bought it, and I was pumped. I was like, oh, cool, I'll just, like, I'll wait till he's out doing something, and then I'll go and play on his I'll like, sign up a Totally Not Me account on his PlayStation, and then I'll play it. But he got so mad at it that he just, like, refunded the game. I didn't tell him my plan, and I just, like, was there, and I was like, so, I thought you bought it? He's like, oh yeah, I refunded it. Blah. No, no, no. Good night, Liam. Probably not going to be going for too much longer here, but I also don't want to give up. I want to succeed. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. These are just some of the things that I want. You say continued discussion is practically useless because of the delay? Not exactly. It just depends, right? Because sometimes, just depends on the game, what's going on, what tangent I get on. Sometimes I'm, like, very attentive to chat, and then often I'll just sort of, like, especially, like, if I'm playing Minecraft, like, I'll be playing hardcore, I'll be talking for a bit, and then, like, something will happen, and, like, I totally get pulled out of, paying attention. Or, it's the worst in Total War, because I'll, like, really be focusing on something going on, and then I'll look up and, like, I've been in a battle for 20 minutes, and there's people talking to me, and I'm like, oh, well, I forgot I was doing this in public. No, not really. I mean, I'm talking to myself the whole time. I don't really do that. I do, you know, think in words, however, and it's not that different to articulate them than to just have them inside of your head. Only you do have to wait. It takes so long to talk, right? Does anybody else have this problem? I do. Because, like, although I'm obviously a very talented rapper, I still often find myself with far more words than I have time to put them into. This music slaps. Yes, you know, they really, they set the bar forever with how good the music in Celeste is. It will always be a yardstick by which I will measure the implementation of, like, the score into, like, the story of a video game, and like it's like a whole other character that travels with you up the mountain. It is beyond well done. That's not how to do it. Nope. Nope. Maybe we just fall left there. Do we need to jump off of the wall? Do we even get the distance? I don't think we need to jump off of the wall. We definitely don't need to do that at all. Smart. Limtrix, thank you for the potato. I'm sure that it will get me through many dangers. It looks like a peanut to me, but I'm not a horticulturalist. And I can't even say it. I can spell it, though, a little bit. I've grown potatoes before. Not like 1,000 of them. Just, you know, like some. They are nice. But, you know, they're easiest to grow by accident, right? You know, you just throw out the scraps into the old compost, and then eventually you get a couple, you know, donation squash or potatoes or whatnot. And then you're like, I grew this. An encouraging whale and a tooth. I love that structure of that. That's a Sunny reference, right? Grand stuff. Yeah. May I offer you an egg in this trying time? If I'm ever somewhere and I'm gonna like take an egg, you know, like maybe there's like a deviled egg sitting around somewhere, I'm going to appropriate an egg in this trying time, and then I take an egg and then I shove it into my mouth and I dare them to try to stop me. And they never do. They never will. Grew thousands of wheat. I have grown no real wheat and lots of Minecraft wheat. 250,000, you know. Some people say it shouldn't be done, but they don't have 250,000 wheat seeds planted. You know, they don't have a wheat field like mine, so what do they know? No, I mean, because we planted like 370k or whatever, but with the replants, it's like 262,000 that we have in the ground, something like that. Which is, I mean, a very reputable number. I'm so proud of my wheat field. In Hades 2, they let you grow some plants, you know, for the roguelike elements where you're leveling stuff up. And one of the plants is wheat, so after I got all the stuff that I needed, now I just have like 6 little wheat plants growing there, you know, for the bit. The wheat in Hades doesn't look as good as the wheat in Minecraft does, but it's still very nice. Yeah, baby! Perfect. Flawless. And very good. You know, I would like to thank the potato, and the whale, and the tooth, and the crying laughing face, and of course the egg. Alright. Oh no, they're moving! Well, that's a horse of a different color. Not like that. Oh! Oh, it lets you go through the wall. No one has ever seen a better run than that. And you might think, didn't you die like 400 times? Oh, look who's counting. You know, I thought I had needed the game to tell me that. Nope. Ha. Alright. Not like that. Ha. Oh, crab times. So you go over the top and then left, right? And then, I mean, there's probably a lot of ways you can do this particular one. Or maybe there's just one, but I bet there's... Ah, I thought we got it. Exactly, egg times. Oh no. You kids and your emojis. At least these are like, I understand what they mean, you know, like the whale's a whale. Because y'all will remember I don't use a smartphone, so like a lot of the more esoteric emojis are lost upon me. I long for the simple days of emoticons when you could make a semicolon parentheses face without being overly flirtatious. That was just like being a little cheeky, you know? Bad. Yeah, exactly, Autumn. I don't have a sort of joke. I don't know what to say about that. It's, you know, people often think I'm messing with them. They think there's gonna be another guy with my smartphone filming me pulling out my flip phone with a cracked screen and being like, well, it says right here it's, you know, 12:43 a.m. Shall I do it? Shall I prove it? Do I have it? Is it here? It could be in the car. No, it's not in my jacket. I don't know where my phone is. It doesn't matter. I do have a flip phone, though. Not like that. That doesn't even make sense as a strategy. Definitely got to do the delay, right? No. Do alt codes work here? Yeah, cool. Didn't know that. You guys doing your little emoticons made me think, do alt codes work here? That's the best alt code, everyone knows that one. People who've played Persona 5 will recognize that as Say's necklace. It's the symbol for section in legal documents, so if you don't like read a bunch of legal documents, you're unlikely to see it very often. I'm not like a lawyer or anything, I wanted to be one whenever I was a little kid. And anyway, that's how you make, yeah, it's Alt789 is the code for it, which is also incredibly easy to remember for the coolest symbol. Alt0151 is the M dash, which hilariously is now like associated with the scum of the earth, the machines that are taking over everything. And I'm like, wait, they do an M dash? Have they been copying me? Oh, 130 for talking about Pokemon? Indeed. There were a few that my friends and I had memorized, you know, for important occasions. The Egg of Whimsy. I'm not convinced that's the right thing to do. No. Nobody respects eggs anymore, probably because they're 6, no, indeed. Oh yeah, eggs are another thing, you know. I didn't grow the eggs myself, the chicken did that, but I did walk around in the yard and pick them up, you know. Not like in the yard, you know, they have like a place where they lived-ish. They did wander around, though. The chickens, not the eggs. The eggs were relatively stationary and rarely moved under their own power. They usually required one of me or one of my siblings to go and fetch them. Although occasionally, if you stood just perfectly still, the sheer magnetism would bring them rolling towards you through the grass. Who actually uses flag emojis? Quite a lot of people, actually. I was unprepared for success. I'm not gonna... Yeah, that's too many at least. You do too many emojis in a thing and YouTube is like, we're not gonna automatically let that go through. They could be saying anything with those pictures of moons. Is that like an amoeba? Does it have cilia? Does it have cilia? It looks like it has little cilia. But no, oh, good old eggs, because I've definitely told this story before, but maybe you guys haven't heard it. But, so you can get eggs, you know, from chickens. Everybody knows that. The United States Postal Service will, whenever I was a kid, I believe they still do, they will ship, like, living chickens to your house. Like, baby chicks, they'll probably ship you a falcon, you know, but they do ship chickens, and, the 4-H club, which is still around today, back whenever I was in like elementary school, they funded like 50 chickens, and all you had to do was, oh, I didn't jump there. How long to the sheep story? We got to get like 10 million subscribers, Limtrix. So we, and all you had to do was agree to show a chicken in, like, the county fair, right? And you got, like, 50, so, like, I got 50, and my older brother and my older sister, they got 50, so we had, like, 150 chickens running around. No, 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 okay. Well, at least we can take a little look at it here. So we just don't miss at that time, go through, get another one there, and then go up. Got it. Oh, the background does look like it has one too. I was looking your thing. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, and it definitely has a little cilia on it. Boom, baby! Clean. That other time when I got there, you know, sometimes you can just tell, you're like, I'm gonna do it again. Oh no, what's this? Yeah, I'd make eggs all the time. I used to like making omelets, that was my jam, just making really, really cool omelets. So you still have chickens? Nice, yeah. I'm sure I could have them here, but I don't want them. Look, here's my stance on chores. I avoid them. I do what I have to do. You know, I work. I have a job, but I don't want to get more stuff in my life that I have to do every day, right? I really, really like not doing that. I like chilling, right? Alright, so we up, drop, wave dash over, and then wall bounce over the top, grab the side, maybe? Okay, we gotta wait for it a bit. One. No, not like that. Ah. Ah. Didn't even dash. Get wrecked. Oh, my. Not so good. Oh, it's midnight 55. Blah, I was having such a good time. It grows late, however. Just need to figure out exactly when to start the wave. Dash there. Yeah. Get here, right there. Nope. Too slow. Oh. Gotta jump there. Like that. Heh. Bye, Limtrix. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck with your attempt to be the imposter. I didn't play that game, but I did, like, hang out in Discord with a bunch of my friends while they played it. It's cool people are still playing it. You know, without knowing anything about it, I just kind of assumed it had fallen by the wayside, but I know some people still fondly remember it. There's a dude that did some, like, Warhammer 40k fan art stuff with an Among Us style, and people were ripping on him for it. I thought it looked cool. I told him so. Like, anybody who wants to draw a cool picture of Warhammer, I'm for it, you know. Blah, 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 that ain't working. So the beginning when does deathless through this part is insane, indeed. Three dog. I bet they barely notice it. We just have one dog in this house. He's a good dog. He hears me talking too much about him, he likes to stink. That's one of his favorite things. He's like, oh, you have mentioned me. We just have the one dog. It's my brother's dog, but you know, that just means that I don't take him to the vet, you know. Or have to worry about, you know, anything. I just take him out and, you know, pet him, tell him he's a good dog and a pretty dog, and that no other dog in the world has ever been so handsome and pure, and that he's, you know, noble of visage and demeanor, you know, stuff like that. Just normal dog talk. Regal, you know, of a personality beyond reproach, beautiful, the color of caramel in the sun, you know, the stuff that you say to a dog. Indeed. The most majestic dog. I see all your emojis. I'm not gonna pull it out of the filter, but I see all of them. It might help. Let's see if those camels in there help. No, whenever there's a whole bunch of pictures, it reminds me of what I thought and still think is the most annoying kind of thing, which is when there's like a phrase puzzle, you know, of whatever, but they do just like a bunch of pictures of things, and then you have to like say them all out loud, and then you get the phrase, you know, so it'll be like a piece of bread, but you know, and whatever. I don't even have any examples. You would see them in like that crummy little highlights magazine that I'm sure is a good magazine, actually. I don't want to insult it. I wasn't very impressed with it, but I wasn't a very normal child. People were always explaining this to me. So, you know, a lot of children's media sort of missed me anyway. But I hated those, because they took me so long. Like, I read really, really fast, but I think I process pictures at a normal speed, which I find frustratingly slow. I'm like, is that a dodo? Oh no. Yes, well, good stuff. We'll be back to that later. I'm like, it's already past 1. If I actually get through another one, I'm gonna holler and, you know, be too loud too late. But anyway, and I'm kind of falling asleep too. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. It is good to see you, Autumn, and the new face is here. It's good to see you as well. Elise, Grand Staff, wonderful to make y'all's acquaintance. Slim Tricks, if you're still around, even though you said you were gone, it's good to see you too. Liam, you're already gone. Anyone who was here but not speaking up, thanks for hanging out as well. Really hope you've enjoyed, and you know, maybe I'll see you guys in another stream or video. I'm off the next couple of days, so I will be around, and maybe I will see you there. Good night, everybody.